Okay, see, now I'm having a problem that it's like pretty busy. We're just, see, this is a good place to start because there's the park, but there's just trees in all the way. There's a driveway here. There used to be a house here. It's so many stories, none of which they're all kind of conjoined, but nevertheless, look how smoky those mountains are. You see how you can't even see the mountains in the distance? Not on the camera. Okay, see how there's a building over there? Past those trees, that's where Joyce is and Boundary, and there's like hella empty buildings over that way. So you can't even see the mountains. It's all covered in smoke. It's even smokier these days, today, than it has been in the last few days. There's some construction project. They're redoing the building, but you see here, there's an older building. These are the townhouse condos that used to be built in like the 80s. And that one down there that's hiding behind all the trees, that was built in the 90s. So those ones actually have a fairly high amount of occupancy. That thing, that monstrosity that was built recently, can you see any signs of life? Because I'm here on the ground level, I don't see very much signs of life there. See, this is what I mean. That probably took up the space of where there was a building that had 30 residents, and there was maybe, 30 or 40 people lived in the building. And now in that building, but this was like a smaller building than this. This is one of those older walk-up ones like exist over there behind those trees. Anyways, that's why I have the bike, so I can move around. But that building, I definitely put it like, I don't know, 200 plus units. 75-80% of them, it was like marked down 150 empty units. This next one behind here, the black one, that's even emptier. It's even newer, older building. That one's pretty filled up. But you see, there's this driveway here, and that there actually used to be a house here. It's like one of those ones that got eaten by the park because there used to be a house. But I'm talking like back in the 80s, like when this thing was getting built. Yeah, nevertheless, I'm still looking for like a good place that I can get a good site. See that street over there, I can run the whole run from here all the way to Metrotown and just kind of, but can't really get close-ups of the, I'll have to zoom in and such like that. Nevertheless, there's another condo tower, see, further on down the street, way on down there. Those ones were built a long time ago. They were actually, they're spotted throughout this neighborhood is those older apartment buildings, and then they had developed them, but then when they got into this rush of post 2010, just anything gets turned into that. It went for a craze, and now we've got holes in the ground and no place for anybody to live at. Well, I can see one person on the balcony. See, there, we got one guy. Can you see anybody else? It's after work. It's like 5 o'clock. So I'm starting at dinner time when everybody's getting off work. Is that guy still there? Yep, one guy. One guy smoking a cigarette out on the balcony. Well, I can zoom in and out. So, see how this building, it actually shows signs of life, even though lots of blinds and stuff, but there's stuff out on most nearly every patio. But it's an older building, so it looks shitty. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna try with this, and we'll see, because in another hour or so of just going by and trying to do like 3-minute videos, although I always seem to fail at 3 minutes, already going on for 6 minutes of fucking 3-minute video again. I'm not making much sense, is that I'm gonna show the 4,000 empty condos just in an hour of riding my bike around Metrotown, and I can totally just, there's like, if that building over there has 150 or 200 empty units, we're off to a good start. If that building right there has more than 200 empty units, because it's like 300 units at least, probably more. What's this? We're already up to like 500 just from standing in one spot. 450, whatever. Between 400 and 500. I'll just make some little notations on a paper, get myself a fucking 420. We'll see how it goes. And it's easy peasy. I bet you if I were to go and troll up and down the streets, I could come up with numbers of like 10 or 12,000 just in the metro town area alone. I might have to go out to some of the boroughs of the area to show that many empty buildings, but there's if I include the townhouse developments in this enumeration as well, easy peasy, because they got so much. Like, I'm beginning to believe it's not just 2 to 1 or like for every person alive there's 2 empty apartments. I'm thinking it's like 10 to 1 out here on the West Coast, right in front of my own eyes. So see, where is that driveway? See how there's that driveway there? There used to be a house. The house was here before the SkyTrain came in, and there was a house that was on and it was a private house. It was grandfathered in from like before the century. It was like World War I, pre-World War I era of construction. There used to be a house right here on the corner, and it was taken out because whoever in the like 70s or something, the person died, and it sat there, and then it sat there dormant, and it was the city of Burnaby's for some amount of time, and it was something to do with the clause in the will, and then after that they took it out, and I still remember that. And you see there's the cement is as modern as the 80s, and it was still there, and that was where the driveway went down the side of the house, and the house was over there past where that guy's standing. And nobody remembers that shit, but what can you do? We still have the monstrosity, the great fucking Tower of Babel cubes in the sky that, you know, go to spite God and invoke his ire or some bullshit like that. I don't know what to tell you folks. We'll see what we can make in the way of a series of videos and count out. I'm gonna go get a piece of paper and get organized.